I got a black shirt. I leave my regular shirt. I ain't gonna try to make it silver. You know what I'm saying? Can't let y'all make silver on that bullshit. You know, on that black shirt shit. I put the black shirts.
What's up? It's Lil Mav doing another one of these little videos. I don't know what to call it yet. It's probably just a real nigga news segment. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my head in there a little bit. I gotta talk about Hugh Hefner out this bitch. There's gonna be a little bit of music in the background. Hopefully that shit work out. It's my music. I gotta talk about this Hugh Hefner shit. So some words done came out. Basically, I gotta try not to look at myself. You know how this shit go. Motherfucker be like, yeah. Gotta look at myself and shit. I gotta look at the camera, right? So basically what happens is niggas is starting to talk about Hugh Hefner and these playboy bitches. That's what I'm gonna call them. These playboy bitches is now saying that this Hugh Hefner shit was a cult, right? And that shit be tripping me out because that was an argument being kicked like amongst the, I would say, amongst the Negroes, amongst the righteous Negroes, right? Niggas is looking at this R. Kelly shit when it happened, and we like, man, this nigga didn't go to jail for peeing on a little girl, right? Y'all niggas let that shit slide for whatever reason. With all the evidence in the world, y'all let that shit slide. And then y'all gonna lock this nigga up for grown ass women being at his house? That's the shit I don't understand. Grown ass women could leave at any time, son. And even if they wasn't able to leave, like, what's the circumstances? How did you get there, nigga? You think I don't think R. Kelly is over here manhandling bitches, keeping them hostage. And even if how many bitches he got at one time? He keeping all these bitches hostage at once? This nigga R. Kelly can't even read and write, nigga. How the fuck he gonna keep bitches hostages? This shit don't make sense, son. But the main point is when niggas was comparing him to Hugh Hefner, all the white people was up in arms and shit, and all the black people that like dumbass shit, these niggas was all up in arms talking about some, oh nah, Hugh Hefner is a businessman. He was running a legitimate business. He even had a magazine. So you can't compare that. Nigga said, what? It's an old ass nigga with a bunch of women living with him. He have sex with all of them. And he be hoeing them out and shit. If anything, if you look at what the fuck Hugh Hefner was doing, that shit is worse than what R. Kelly was doing. You know what I'm saying? But you can't let these what you call them, these white legends. The white legends can't never really go to jail and shit. This nigga Harvey Weinstein was known to be a fucking sleaze bag and shit, right? But while this nigga Bill Cosby was already in jail, this nigga Bill Cosby was in jail for one woman. When you think about what was really happening, everything that came after that one woman was all kind of speculation and shit that niggas can't prove, right? Even the shit that happened with the woman can't even be proved, and the lady already got paid for her quote-unquote troubles, nigga. And you gotta keep in mind that celebrities and rich people, they willing to give off, you know, a couple fucking $1 million to stop these people from spreading these stories. Nigga, just like this shit with Kanye, nigga, the Jeffree Star ass looking nigga, one of these weird looking motherfuckers went ahead and said they had sex with Kanye, or somebody else said that person had sex with Kanye, and then the media just picked it up and started circulating it. So me, if I'm a nigga who got money and I don't want everything to be fucked up just because one person is saying whatever the fuck they want to say, then I might just have to give them a certain amount of money so they stop all this bullshit. Cause usually that's what they looking for anyway. This nigga Bill Cosby was in jail. This nigga Harvey Weinstein was fucking basically mistreating and molesting everybody from how niggas was telling it. But that nigga was still on trial. But the black nigga is already in jail. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is comparing R. Kelly to Hugh Hefner. Niggas is like, oh nah, that shit not the same, right? And for the first time in the history of the Me Too movement, I'm seeing niggas in the comment section talking about, oh man, at what point we gonna hold these women accountable for who they involve themselves with? Why would you go to an old man and think you just gonna live with him and it's not gonna be some fishy situation? It's like, where this shit come from, nigga? What happened to R. Kelly and these grown ass bitches? Well, it's cause this nigga black, so we can't hold the women accountable. Motherfucking women should be held accountable for anything just like men. If you're not a little ass kid, and even a little ass kid should be held accountable for something. Just like this Harvey Weinstein shit. If Harvey Weinstein is known to be a terrible ass person, and he invites you to his hotel room or his fucking house, and you know you trying to get into the movie, you know that shit don't make sense. Nigga, what the fuck? You never heard of how Hollywood work? You don't know you supposed to show up at a talent agency, or you supposed to show up at the movie studio or something? You supposed to talk to the producers? None of that. You going straight to Harvey Weinstein house? You going to Harvey Weinstein hotel room, and you not thinking about what the fuck is coming next? All of a sudden it's, oh, I ain't know he was going to do this, and if I wanted to keep my job. Nigga, you ain't get the job yet. You can't talk about if I wanted to keep my job, nigga. You ain't had no 9-to-5 shit talking about my manager was gonna fire me if I ain't do this and that. You ain't even get the job yet, nigga. You doing this and that to get the job, which means you ain't got no soul, nigga. That's what niggas talk about, selling your soul. That shit ain't gotta be something like a physical, like, oh, I took my soul out and I gave it to the devil. Nah, nigga. All your morals went out the window for a certain price. For a certain price, nigga. Either the fame or the money that you gonna get from being involved in shit like movies. So everybody gotta be held accountable, but we wasn't talking that shit. Y'all niggas is crazy out here, son. Niggas is crazy out here, because everybody know what they be getting involved with. Everybody know what they be getting involved with. It's just about if what you gonna get out of this shit is worth what you being involved with. And once, if it's worth what you being involved with, right? If the profit outweigh the troubles you about to get. But then here's the problem. One person be having a problem with what's going on. Let's say just one person. All it takes is one person to get involved with something and be like, hey man, this shit ain't actually cool. You know what I'm saying? This shit kind of weird. And then everybody be like, oh yeah, I was thinking that, but I was scared to say something. Scared of what? Hugh Hefner? This nigga was a tiny man. This nigga was a tiny old ass nigga. What you scared of Hugh Hefner for? You ain't scared of Hugh Hefner. You afraid of what he might do for your quote unquote career, nigga, which is really just being involved with Hugh Hefner. Nigga, you ain't going nowhere after that. I ain't never heard of no Playboy bunny doing some shit after. You know what I'm saying? And if it was on some, this person used to be a Playboy bunny and you ain't even know it. It's like that. It ain't no motherfucking well-known Playboy bunny. I'm not from that era, so I don't know none of these bitches, but you don't know these niggas from nothing, son. So it's like, what the fuck is y'all niggas talking about? But the simple fact that R. Kelly shit was said to be a cult, and they allowed this nigga, not that they didn't allow him to do nothing. They threw this nigga in jail for basically having, for being in a damn near, what you call it, shit, polygamous relationship. This nigga is in polygamous relationship and this nigga got thrown in jail for it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't say he was mistreating these bitches. They say he was telling women they couldn't go to the bathroom. It's like, what? Shit that don't even make, he told us we couldn't even go to the bathroom. Just while controlling shit. How he gonna tell you can't go to the bathroom? What are the circumstances of your living arrangement that he can stop you from going to the bathroom? These are the questions that never came up. You know what I'm saying? But when it come down to the white man legends, now it's time to talk about accountability for the individual and shit. We don't worry about none of that shit when we talking about the money niggas about to get. You know what I'm saying? When niggas selling their soul for Weinstein. This nigga Eddie Griffin brought up a perfect point of Bill Cosby was doing stand-up at the time of, you know, the women who accused him of all this shit. He was doing stand-up and talking about his relationship with his wife. So Eddie Griffin brought up the topic or the question, why are these women going to a hotel room of a known married man? Niggas don't want to bring that question up because that shit breaks all the arguments down and you start to realize that Americans have a real problem with giving up everything they believe in for a couple fucking dollars. You know what I'm saying? It's all that matters. Oh, that nigga over there got more dollars than I got? Let me see what this nigga want me to do. And if I'ma do it based off of what I believe in. You gonna do that shit, nigga. Oh, get that vaccine ass niggas. All this shit tying together. It's all about Americans trying to get that dough and giving up and everything that they was taught from childhood to do that shit. Everybody should know that, you know, everybody should know a fucking fishy situation. Like, you don't gotta be told that you shouldn't be going to a motherfucking hotel room for a job interview, nigga. You shouldn't have to be told that shit. You shouldn't have to be told that going to go live in a house with fucking 100 different women and one man. You shouldn't have to be told that shit fishy. What the fuck you think is going on in that house? It's a nigga with mad money and he old as shit and it's a bunch of young ass girls. What the fuck you think is going on in that house? You signed up for that shit. But if we gonna take that stance now, niggas need to take Hugh Hefner and take this nigga image, right? Just like everybody else, motherfuckers take their little descriptions on the internet and they be like, R. Kelly probably not just a singer now, he probably a singer and a motherfucking and a human trafficker. Nigga, now he got multiple labels to him and shit. Take that Hugh Hefner shit, fuck all that, respect for the dead. I don't care nothing about that. Cause y'all niggas put out these documentaries about Michael Jackson after he died, after this shit was proven to be fucking questionable. I ain't gonna say it was proven to be false, but it was no real fucking evidence of none of this shit. Niggas raided that man's house. They ain't find a goddamn thing. And then after he died, y'all niggas putting out documentaries and shit about him fucking raping kids that it was no proof of him doing none of that shit. It's like it's proof of this nigga helping these motherfuckers. But now y'all waiting till this nigga dead to put out another documentary. Do this same shit with Hugh Hefner, son. Do this same shit. Take that nigga legacy and fuck it all up so that anytime anybody talk about that motherfucker, it's on some, oh, this motherfucker was a cult leader. That's what it need to be. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers start talking about Michael Jackson. A lot of people still gonna be like, man, he did touch them kids though. Niggas talking about R. Kelly. Niggas be like, yeah, R. Kelly, he writes some good songs, but he was kidnapping these bitches. You know what I'm saying? Need to be Hugh Hefner was a cult leader, son. And if y'all don't do that, y'all might as well let R. Kelly out. Fuck all that. It's real nigga news. I'm out. Peace.
Niggas hit you with that anesthesia, put you to sleep, bruh. You know it's the killer nigga woods where we creep, bruh. You know that my ninja they good, push like a Jeep, bruh. Catching niggas for days, no rest, math the reaper. Muscle memory in my cells, clap like a sleeper. Swim through money, I need a cell, these rivers deeper. My niggas got bonds, no better when shit go heater. Hammers banging, we bleed, your bodies everywhere, FEMA.